the fans want, because we're fans ourselves,
Yeah.
and we want some cool stuff, and I think we're close to getting some.
Weather Channel. No place on Earth has better weather.
Well, it's about 9 before the hour. Time, as always, for the Tropical Update. Thanks a lot for joining us on this Saturday morning. Let's check out Guillermo, which, well, if you were with us a few days ago, Guillermo was a Category 5 hurricane, but it has diminished fairly steadily and is now a moderately strong tropical storm. Maximum winds 50 or so, and the position is 21 degrees north, 139.1 west, roughly midway between the Hawaiian Islands, Big Island of Hawaii, and Baja California. The bottom line on Guillermo, it's moving into cooler water, and although it's still pretty impressive, got a nice circulation with it, and there's still some convection around the center, it is moving into cooler water and is continuing to travel out over the open Pacific waters. Guillermo is expected to steadily decrease in intensity and dissipate within about 48 hours or so, remaining out to sea. And even the high surf advisories for Southern California and the Hawaiian Islands have been discontinued because of the weakening trend with Guillermo. Notice the track just a little bit northwest right here in response to a weak front coming in, but again in the vicinity of cooler waters and beginning to lose strength steadily as it has been recently. Here's what could be the next depression south of Baja California, and a closer view shows that conditions are probably fairly conducive to development here, and we're beginning to see a little bit of a hint of some spiral bands beginning to move in towards the system, so we could be looking at a new development there in the southeast tropical Pacific. In the West Pacific, Tina pretty much gone now. While we have a new tropical storm right at the edge of the screen here. It's Winnie, about 900 miles east of Guam. Let's come back to the Atlantic side and check on what's happened historically in the first 10 days of August. And since 1886, 49 separate named storms. Some in the Gulf, only a few in the Caribbean. Another climatologically favored area, even more than the Caribbean, are the warm Atlantic Ocean waters east of the islands, where numerous storms have developed. And a trend here as we head into the second 10-day period of August. 73 storms developed in the same time period. You can see them much more concentrated right here and across the Atlantic to just south of the Cape Verde Islands. Again, the Central Caribbean, a quiet spot in mid-August. The Western Caribbean can be active. Same for the Gulf and the Atlantic Ocean waters. A number of storms have developed there in the last 110 years. Well, that's historical type stuff. What's happening today? Well, there's still high pressure aloft over the Gulf, but it's so strong that it's suppressing any thunderstorm activity. So we do not expect any developments here. Western Caribbean is quiet. And one feature we continue to see is this, the upper low. It's been a very persistent feature in the tropics this season. In this general region over Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, and Haiti, in the Puerto Rico area. With this scenario, it's cold core, not a scenario that you see tropical development. Eastern Caribbean quiet too, shearing winds aloft around that upper level low. Now there's upper level high pressure east of the Windward Islands, favorable for development. The only thing is we just see little clusters of thunderstorms and nothing that is rather ominous at this point, and we can say that about the East Atlantic too. Clusters of storms, weak tropical waves, nothing that shows any signs of immediate organization. So with that in mind, quiet tropical Atlantic, we go back to the lower 48 and find high pressure right here. So it looks like a nice day in the mid-Atlantic up towards Philadelphia and New York City. The rain should end gradually in Boston with afternoon sunshine. Mostly cloudy just about all day in Mississippi, Alabama, and most of North Georgia, and a little bit of